So we're buddy boating for the first time. We're outside of Boca Chica and we're going to... Show us where we're going.
Secas Islas, 15 or 20 miles from Boca Chica, and they're supposed to be really pretty. This one's called Isla Cavada. Yes. So this is us. We're about 1.4 miles from the pass. We're gonna go through the pass between this little island and the big one, and then just turn around and anchor right here. And the guys we're with have been here 15 years, and they said that actually don't anchor in the shallow water, anchor in like 30 feet of water, because everybody drags in the shallows, and it's real dangerous, which is cool. And that's them way back there. This is one of the things I love about having a cap. We're with people, and they were hauling booty, kicking our butts out of there, because they got these big 40, 50 horse motors. But look at them now. I'm killing them, man.
Can't even see them in here.
That's how bad it is. I can't even see them.
They're somewhere there.
Oh man, this place looks pretty good. Look.
Tell us about the fishing luck.
Fishing luck? Dude, we don't have any. Seriously, that boat, that crazy slow boat back there, just caught a big tuna. We keep losing all our good lures. The only lure that worked here for us, we lost because the swivel got kinked. I need to find a better way to do this.
It is very frustrating to not be catching any fish over such a long time. But in this case it didn't matter, because the reason we were going out to Isla Secas is that there's supposed to be awesome spearfishing. The family we were buddy boating with knew every single spearfishing spot in this area. So spearfishing we went. We even learned about a new fish that ended up being one of our most favorite fish.
Good stuff! This is the pompano though, that's really good food.
We hadn't been spearfishing in a long time, and Isla Secas was the perfect place to start again. There was wahoos, amberjacks, and pompano fish, and a lot of them. Hunting was very fun and very successful. We filled up our fridge for 3 days every time we hunted, and then 3 days later we would go out again, and so on and so on. Apart from hunting though, there was a lot of marine life. We saw giant manta rays and of course turtles and stuff. It was Lucy's first time actually, getting into free diving, so she was very lucky and very happy about it. Let me tell you about the guy we were with though. Brian Rowe was an excellent spearfisherman. You would have never guessed by looking at the guy, but he was bringing pompano after pompano after pompano onto the boat.
Hey, so look at this. Check out this guy. That's a good one.
Yeah, that's what I thought of triggerfish.
That's a triggerfish, yep. These are pompano. These are real good fish too. Several pounds of fish in here.
I got a pretty one.
For how many people?
For 2, 4, 5, I think maybe 6 if Dale's still here, but this took us a couple hours, 3 of us fishing really.
This one is mine.
Wir waren halt Spearfischen. War cool. Spearfischen, ja. Deutsch, Englisch, alles das Gleiche. Oder so.
Ich sag ja nur.
Ich hab keinen gefangen.
Alright, let me sharpen my knife.
Du hast ja auch nicht richtig gefischt.
Das ist korrekt. Ich bin nur getaucht. Da ist unser anderer Jäger. Und jetzt wird der Fisch filetiert, würde ich sagen.
Introduce yourself, Brian.
Hi, yeah, Brian Rowe. We have a sailboat over there. We've been here 15 years and we're from Colorado. And it is beautiful here, and that's why we're still here.
So on the right side you can see James filleting a triggerfish, a fish that Brian, for example, avoided to shoot. The reason for that is not the taste. Triggerfish tastes amazing. It's got like a very flaky white meat, and you can bread it or fry it in its own skin. It's really good. Triggers have skin tough as leather and bones in spots that you wouldn't expect bones, and no other fish has them.
You make a cut right in front of it like that. You want to be right against here. So that's the cut. See the angle?
Like this?
A little bit, yeah. You can kind of do that and then kind of bring it forward like that. Yeah, now you got to cut it.
Knife
That is a good knife, dude.
That is one of the biggest pompano I've ever seen.
This
That
one?
one. Yeah, it's huge.
I don't know what time in the morning. It's way too early for that stuff. I don't think he's even had breakfast yet. And yeah, look at the mess.
So this is what I'm getting rid of. That crane, this steel tank, which is full of propane, so I hope somebody pays me for the propane. We've been carrying around that cooler since Cayman. That bucket's full of rusty shit. This is like an extra stay, which I don't need because I'm getting some more dynamo. This is a bucket full of paint that's all fucked up. This is whatever, tools I don't use. This is like a bunch of extra teak I've been carrying around since fucking Colombia. Dive weights I don't use, but they're nice. These are worth probably 15 bucks a piece. I don't even know what's in here. Good luck getting into that. All these pieces of metal. You know, it's good to have these things. If I had a monohull boat, I would definitely keep these because I have used this stuff. But I have one more piece, and I'm not. This is heavy.
I mean, don't get rid of the stuff you use. You need 2 of them because you're clamping shit with that.
Oh, that's probably smart. I'll keep 2 of them. Thanks, baby. Appreciate that. Oh, this feels good. I feel good cleaning out the boat today. This is awesome.
Yeah, you should have done it a long time ago, but you should not get all crazy about.
I'm gonna get a little crazy. Like all this shit, this has to go too. This is dumb to have big pieces of wood for fucking chopping blocks. Look at this thing. That's ridiculously oversized. We don't need that. Sorry.
James!
But we don't need it. We can use this one. And this one doesn't weigh half what that one does. How about you get a monohull so we can buddy boat single-handedly.
Buddy boat, and I'm carrying all your shit around.
You have
Yeah,
to carry
right.
all my crap.
Yeah.
And I'm flying and I'm like drinking Mai Tais while you're still sailing with all my crap loading you down. I'd be like, babe, don't go so fast, the wine might break.
Pretty here.
I'm almost done. I didn't realize how little shit I had. I thought I had more. I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna throw away all kinds of shit. And now I'm like, oh, that's not really that much weight, honestly.
It's a big one.
You remember that James lost 2 of his rudders, right? And you do remember also that James said,
I'll use a little bit of epoxy and filler, and I'll fill it and paint it and stuff. It's only been 2 weeks. In TV land, it can be as much time as you want it to be. How long has it been?
it's been Cayman Islands, right?
Yeah.
It's been almost a year, dude.
No way.